problem. Hello, this is Artifacts. We have a serious problem here. We're all aware of the events of Boston. How 2 bombs were set off, 3 people were killed. Not a whole lot of people were injured or maimed. And then the government takes off on this big manhunt, kills one of the suspects, and eventually captures the other one. Strangely enough, his throat, his larynx is gone, so he can't speak. The problem here is that it's been captured on a number of different videos. You can find these on YouTube. That the government was barging into people's homes, automatic rifles in hand, rogue cops forcing people out of their homes, hands on their heads. No warrant, no nothing. This is unacceptable. This is reminiscent of what they did back in Katrina with Bush at the helm. People's guns were illegally confiscated, and the criminals who did that are still on the loose. Well, we don't need a repeat of this. The rogue cops who did this are criminals, as far as I'm concerned, and they deserve to be arrested and tried. The problem is that our elected officials aren't doing their job and demanding that they be arrested. I don't know if they're incompetent or lazy or what their problem is. So you people in the Boston area and all of us have got to put intense pressure on our government. Give them no rest, no peace, nothing until all the rogue cops are rounded up, arrested, fired, and put on trial. Until that time, I'm very sorry, but I don't accept anything I'm hearing on the news about the one remaining suspect. No way, no chance, no how will I accept their word. But more than that, we can't tolerate this. They put an entire city under martial law for one dirtbag, essentially. Inexcusable, unacceptable, illegal, and somebody has got to be made to pay with their freedom. I'm going to say this next line, this next little bit, to the rogue cops who did this. You have broken the law, and you deserve to be punished. You deserve to be fired, and you need to be put on trial in a court of law, and you need to go to prison. You violated the rights of your citizens. I don't want to hear this public emergency crap and all that. That's phony baloney. Now maybe if there was a nuke and it was getting ready to blow up, then you can make the case. Because what good are your rights if your entire city is going to be blown up? But that wasn't the case here. They're just chasing a suspect. Unacceptable, inexcusable. You have broken the law and you deserve to be punished. It's that simple. There's nothing else to debate. Okay, folks. Here's what's got to happen. We all have to put pressure of some kind on our legislators to see to it that all these rogue cops that participated in these illegal searches, illegal under the 4th Amendment of the Constitution, are held accountable and are fired and put on trial for unlawfully breaking and entering, menacing people with their rifles, and so forth. We have to do it. I'm doing my part by making this video. I'm trying to get people to rise up and do this. You have to put pressure on your legislators to get this done. If they won't do it, then they have to be removed legally from office. They can go, as far as I'm concerned, they can go flip burgers in McDonald's. They can shovel horse dung from a barn for a living. I don't really care. If they are incapable of doing their job, and they deserve to be thrown out of office, right? You know, where the dickens is anybody in government who's doing the right thing? These rogue cops have to be arrested, and they have to go to prison. It's as simple as that. Nothing else to discuss. I don't know who they were, FBI, SWAT teams, I don't know. I haven't really had time to study the videos. But you have to take action. Now if your elected officials and, you know, FBI and whatever won't do the job, then they've proven themselves incompetent. And if they're incompetent, then it lies to the people. The people will have to identify the rogue cops who did this. They will have to do citizens' arrests on them until they can get a fair trial. You will have to arrest the rogue cops and put them on trial for breaking and entering, menacing, and so forth. We don't have a choice. We cannot tolerate this. The entire city was illegally put under martial law. Whereas Obama, he's out golfing or something. The guy acts like total royalty. Bush is just as guilty with Katrina. Let's make that clear. It is my personal opinion, Mr. George W. Bush, that you belong in prison. I'm going to say that straight out and open. It is my personal opinion that you belong in prison. It is in prison that you receive the training, the education, the instruction, direction, and correction that you need to become a reformed and re-educated person. Same thing goes for the rogue cops who did this and locked the entire city down. Like I said, I don't know. I guess they weren't the local police. I don't know who they were. I haven't really had time to go over the videos and study them. But I did look at videos enough to enrage me. We've got to take action, folks. We cannot allow this to happen. Hopefully we don't have to perform citizens' arrests on them, because that can get a little sticky. We have to let every legislator know that if they don't do something about this, they will lose their jobs. Not only do they deserve to lose their jobs, but if they have law licenses, they deserve to be disbarred, lose their law license. They're not sticking up for us. They broke the law. They deserve to be punished. They have violated the rights of their citizens. It's cut and dried. There's nothing to argue about. I'm sure I'll get people arguing me. Well, they're doing what they had to do to make us safe. No. Tyranny never, ever makes a person safe. I'm going to say that again. Tyranny never, ever makes a person safe. And what we saw in Boston was tyranny. I'm not saying the suspect is an angel. Well, I think it's very suspicious that he's writing things down rather than speaking, because all of a sudden he doesn't have vocal cords. Alright. But that's about it. You have to understand, they've broken the law and they deserve to be punished. That's what this is about. And I'm going to say one more thing. Until all the rogue cops are arrested and put on trial, I will not believe a word that comes out of my government involving this incident. It's known, for instance, that a few seconds before the bombs went off, it was announced that there was a drill going on, don't panic. And then, boom, boom, people get blown up. So, this whole thing is beyond suspicious. I think it's clearly an orchestrated thing to get more of our rights. And I wouldn't say that lightly, but that's the way it's looking. Take action. Get on your legislators. If they refuse to do something about this, throw them out of office. It's no harder than that. Citizens have to do their job. And hopefully, like I said, we don't wind up having to perform citizens' arrests on these rogue cops. Somebody must know who they are, and they must go to prison, and they must be fired. I'm Artifacts of Mars. I approve of this message.